What's up, y'all? It's Malachi back with another YouTube video. How you doing? What's up, y'all? I'm back to do another video. And today, first of all, let's get into. So we're gonna ignore the background. It's a little bit ghetto. It's not ghetto, but it's just a bit, I just had to get something up right now because I was tired of looking at the red wall. I know y'all was tired of looking at it too. So as you can see, also we got some new lighting.
Laugh out loud.
Like my friend Ken has done a whole new setup, and child, his shit is ghetto too, but we just gonna be ghetto together. My thing, it has lights. My light is looking good. Like, you can't tell me my light don't look good better than the last video's chat, because the mother lights, it wasn't cutting it. This lighting looks good. Nah, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Okay. But to be honest, today, I am doing a driver's test tips because today I actually just took my driver's test. And hold on. Let me show you some titties, child. I just got my driver's license. Damn, excuse you, hell. Anyways, I just got my driver's license Tuesday. Okay, so the whole story behind that is that I was supposed to really get my driver's license way back March 18th, which is my birthday. But I didn't get it because March 17th was actually the day that the DMV had closed. And it know me trying to tie this tired ass bandana like it hasn't been around for the last 5 years, trying to stay intact and stable, child, because I've been warned this bitch out, child. But I was supposed to actually get it March 18th, child, but it had closed March 17th, and I was really bummed. And then I was supposed to get it like 3 weeks ago. Then I couldn't get it because nobody was off to take me. And then now it's 4.5 months later, and wake me up. Now I got a child. So basically, in this video, I'm gonna just be giving like a couple tips on driver's tests because, your boy, he had, some anxiety, child. His anxiety was going cray-cray. And, child, it was just too much. It was really just too much. I was really scared. I didn't know what to do, child. It was just a lot. So let's get into the video. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna just be giving... My body is stiff and sore, sorry. Okay, so basically I'm gonna just be giving y'all like tips and like information on what y'all should do and like the preparation skills and like the whole process, to be honest. So honestly, I'm gonna just throw out my whole story basically over today in the last half year, or the last 6 months if you want to say. Basically 6 months ago it was January, but I mean, can we skip an extra month, child? Let's go back to December. December was when I got when I paid about $300 to get 8-hour lessons of driving school, basically. So I paid, we paid $300, close to $400, child, for 8-hour lessons. And I did all my lessons. I started my lessons January 3rd, and I ended them it was the week before March 18th. I don't really remember the day, child. But basically, I do kind of say that you should do lessons if you can, if you have the money to. You should definitely do lessons with a driving school or something, like whatever, child, the people that do it. I don't know what you call them. But you should definitely, I do say that you should do it because it does help a lot. Now, honestly, we went through things, he helped me with things like, driving on regular roads. And, I have been driving for 2 years already, first of all. But he was just helping because, I was retarded as I am. And since I was just retarded and didn't know how to work the way on the road, he just helped. So basically, we went over things, 3-point turns, things beyond like the highway, regular roads, speed limits, signs, different signs are really serious. Fix the shirt, child.
A little bit ghetto, a little bit hood.
Things, things, how you handle the car, how you, everything that we went over Every time I drove with him, it was every time I had a lesson. Every time I drove with him, it was just absolutely, I was just complimented all the time, you know, that I was doing good because I'm a great driver. Like, let's be for real. Period. So since I do kind of say that you should get that, if you're not, you know, experienced, or, you know, if you're new to driving, I think that you should do that. And let's see, I think also, even though it has been 4 months since I had last practiced any driving, I did do a little driving here and there over the last 4 months, but I mean, it wasn't that serious to get me really prepared. But you know, you need to know things. You know, me and my instructor, we went over the actual test before 4 months ago, the week before I was supposed to actually take the test. We went over step through step because he used to work at a DMV, so we went step through step over everything. So basically, honestly, all I have to say is thank you so much to the lessons, because if the lessons didn't come in clutch, then I don't know if I would even pass, because I would have had no experience. So yeah, do the lessons, like, yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna be talking about next is maybe just before your test. If you're scheduled to take a test, you know, you have appointments usually with DMVs, and they schedule you to take your test. It's kind of stuttering a little bit, child.
Girl, shut the fuck up!
But before I actually took my test, me and my instructor, we kind of went over on the other side of the area that the DMV was in, and we kind of did a little run-through test again. He just, you know, told me, you know, we kind of refreshed my brain on from things from 4 months ago. He refreshed my brain, you know, I did 3-point turns, I did parking to this parking spot, you know, I did reversing here, you know, quick stop. I did quick stop. It was just stuff that he just taught me already that I knew. You know, everything I did, I got right. I did everything perfectly fine. So, you know, I was basically prepared for the test anyways. So, fast forward, I get signed into the DMV. If you're under the age of 16, you do have to have a parent. But if you're over the age of 18, by yourself, child, you gone. So basically, after I got signed in, I sat down, waited for about 15 minutes, and then it was time. So mind you, as I'm sitting down, my anxiety, first of all, the whole day, my anxiety, I woke up at 9:30 this morning. From 9:30, and my appointment was at 11. From 9 to 11 to the time I stepped in that building, my anxiety was through the roof. Honestly, I can't even stunt in front and say it wasn't, because my anxiety was really, really high because I didn't know what was about to happen. So as I'm signed in, my instructor comes in and he tells me that he's ready for me. So I go, we drive, and I drive out of the little area of the DMV, and he then tells me to go up there to this black Mustang. I don't know, it was a Mustang parked next to where I was supposed to be parking, I guess. So I parked next to the Mustang. Then this man, so the man that was parked during the test or whatever, he came up, and I guess because of COVID, you know, stank ass COVID and shit, you know, that bitch is saying Rona needs to get it gone, pack your bags, get it gone. Bye, you've been here for too long. But since COVID is still here and Florida has officially about 214,000 cases, it's kind of still serious. You know, I was actually really blessed that they let me take my test now, because instead of March when it was 500 cases in my city alone, now it's 9,000 today. So, of course, you had to have masks and everything else. You know, child, I got a lot of questions about how did you do the whole process? What was that? Child, basically, you need to have your fucking mask on. And my whole test was proctored over a radio. So the man who was telling me what to do was standing outside in the place that I was driving, and my instructor was inside. Now the man gave us the radios. They were like handheld radios, and he basically told us that, you know, things that if I can't hear, if you can't do this, you can't do da. And then he told he looked my instructor in the face. Like, he said, if you say anything helping him, that his test will automatically be disqualified. And out of line, I don't know what you call it, don't check me. So my test was automatically done if my instructor had said something. So mind you, when he looked him in his eyes and he said that, I was shook. So I was a little scared. I didn't know what to do. I was in panic. You have to move around in panic, child. You gotta do what you gotta do. So he then walks away, and then he says, okay, when you think it's safe, you can start. So bitch, you know I'm like, oh fuck, I don't even want to fucking move, child. I don't even want to fucking move, child. So as he's like, okay, so I back out the parking space that I had parked in. And I back out. This man is watching the car that I'm driving in like a fucking hawk. So he's watching this thing, child. And you know, if you make one wrong mistake, child, you're done. You're over with. You're overcut. Get gone, girl. So this man watching me. I'm trying to make sure that I got the best position that I'm in. Backing up. My teacher told me not to look at the rear, the camera thing. You know, child, with the cameras in the back, child. He said don't use that because that will f you up. So I didn't use that. I had to check here. Make sure you have your mirrors done. Also, make sure after you clink your seatbelt, make sure your mirrors are adjusted because it will definitely help. So make sure your mirrors in your seat is also comfortably set because you know you don't want to be uncomfortable while you're in a panic. Better have a fucking panic attack either. So I'm in the middle, you know, I'm just doing what I do. Then the man tells me to go down to this cone and make a right, like it's an intersection. So make sure also that you're using every blinker. Make sure you're always using your blinker when you're in the middle of a driving test. Your blinker is cautiously the damn thing you need, child, because if you don't turn that blinker on, done also. So he said make a right turn like you're at a four-way intersection. So of course I put my right blinker on. Make sure you do not mix up the blinkers because these people will think you don't know what you are doing. These people will think that you don't know what you're doing and they won't give you a second chance. I promise you that. So after I correctly turn, make sure that you're not touching the curb. And also let me tell y'all, so the DMV that I went to, girl, let me tell you, they don't have no lines. They don't have no separation lines telling you which lane is which. They barely even had the little parking lines or whatever, child. So you had to go one man.
The ghetto!
So mind you, I'm trying to follow the cracks. I'm trying to follow the cracks in the road so that I know what side to stay on, even though that's not really an official way to know what lane you're in. But it's gonna be official today, child.
The ghetto!
So I'm following the cracks. And then he tells me over the radio again to make a right turn like it's an intersection. So once again, use your blinker, turn right. So I turn right and then I'm coming down. We're in the parking lot, mind you. So I'm coming down. And then mind you, to the left of me, he says, park in these cones. I know how to park in a parking spot, but these cones, Miss Girl, let me tell you what my instructor told me. My instructor told me when we was going through the practice run that if you hit one of these cones, child, that your test is what? Done. So I knew that if I hit one of these cones, my test is over with. I can't test for another 30 days. So, my scary ass. So I pull all the way up to the parking spot. Mind you, the radio is breaking up. This is not a good way to test, kids. This is not a good way to take your driver's test through the radio because it breaks up and everything on top of that. So the man tells me, from what I can hear, you know, you have to put your ear close as you can to the radio, try and figure out what he was saying. So he tells me to park inside of these 4 cones. You know, there was one cone here. I probably insert a picture, child. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna insert a picture about now. And he tells me to park here, so I park. And mind you, it was the God strength in me that I did not hit one of these damn cones, child. So I parked inside the parking spot correctly, not crooked, not anything, not hitting any cones, not anything. Thank God. So, because I thought my dumbass was really gonna mess up on it. Oh, not me finna fall. So, as I parked in the cones, he's kind of inspecting. He's kind of standing in front of the car, kind of inspecting, make sure I park correctly. So, you know, and then he tells me to back out. Don't hit any cones when you're backing out. Don't hit any cones when you're backing out. And then I pull up to this next thing. He tells me also again, 4-way intersection, act like you're going left. So I put on my left blinker at the cone, made a left, and I took it down to the stop sign. Make sure that you stop at every stop sign, bitch. If you roll through that damn stop sign, you done for too. If you don't stop at that stop sign at least 5 seconds, girl, you're done. Even if there is no more cars, make sure if you see a stop sign, any turn that you make, any turn, stop sign, anything, use a blinker, stop when you see a stop sign also. anything.
Well, period.
On that, during that test. So, also make sure you're not speeding, anything like that, child, because that would definitely, it shows you just don't know what you're doing. So, child, I put on my right blinker, and he tells me to come over to this secluded area, kind of secluded with trees, child. And it's this kind of dirtish road. So it's this dirt road, kind of, and there's grass on both sides, and then there's like trees on this side, and then there's grass on this side. So I'm like, okay, I already know what I'm gonna do because I went through this test 4 months ago. So he tells me to do a 3-point turn. Have done the 3-point turn in 4 months until today. I do a 3-point turn in this small ass space. The space was maybe the size of my damn room. So, and then he also, bitch, he tried to yell at me and say, make sure you do not touch the grass. Girl, let me tell you how fast I was about to touch the grass before he said, don't touch the grass, child. Because I was definitely about to touch the grass before he had said that. Thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't. So, I do the 3-point turn. You know, if you don't know what the 3-point turn is, you know, you put the car in drive, of course, you know you're driving. And then you do like this. Make sure you turn the wheel all the way to the left, lock it. And then you put the car in reverse and you turn it all the way to the right until it locks. And then you have to back up, make sure that you're looking behind you, both sides, anything. Make sure you do not go against that grass. And then you put it back in drive and you to turn it back left and lock it again. So after I do that, I know I did that perfectly correct because I did not get on the grass. So I knew that I had did that correct. So I was kind of, you know, happy. So as I'm happy, I continue to kind of stop. And then the man tells me to pull up here. He walks up to an area, then he tells me to pull up here. So I pull up there. Child, so tell me why. Now this is the trick right here. This is the trick right here, child. So this man told me, straight up, he just said, push the gas hard as you can, get to like 20, 30 miles, and then when I say stop, you won't stop. So I think they call it like a quick stop. Quick stop is what they called it. Girl, they call it a quick stop. So, bitch, he said start when you're safe. Bitch, do you know how fucking hard I pressed that damn gas down so fucking fast? I pressed the gas down so fast. And I really sent me and my instructor driving, child. We went flying, bitch. So I pressed the gas down hard as hell. And then he said stop over the radio. I immediately stopped. If you don't stop immediately, girl, you might be, I don't know. So I stopped immediately. And then he tells me that this is the straight reverse thing or whatever. I don't know what you call it. He tells me that, you know, like I said, I went through the test, blah, blah, blah. So I put the car in reverse. And you need to make sure that you are in the correct position, please, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not in the correct position, then you will not. You need to make sure you're in the correct posture and position. So my instructor taught me, he said that you need to put your arm over the other side, the other seat next to you, and look over. I'm not gonna show all this because my head fucked up. So you need to look over, like, you know, like you doing like this. Like you doing like this and look over, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know how to do it if you're in a car. So he taught me how to do that. So I do that, and you have to also make sure you don't press the gas. You just let the car roll. Now, when you let the car roll, you have to make sure that you're staying straight. So the wheel needs to stay straight. So, child, that was a little bit hard. With me being like this, and then having to hold on to the wheel in front of me. I'm a little skinny, y'all, shut up. And then having to hold on to the wheel in front of me, that... Okay, y'all, my camera had cut off, child. I don't even know what the hell happened, child. But, anyways. So, back to what I was saying. I was talking about how you have to keep the wheel straight. And you cannot swerve, do anything like that. So, as you're reversing, you need to make sure that your foot is off the gas and is off the brake also. Make sure you are not swerving. Make sure your hand is still on that damn steering wheel. And he makes you back up like 30 feet. And he tells you to stop over the radio again. So after he tells me to stop over the radio, child, I stop, bitch. And then he tells me to go over to this cone all the way on the other side of the parking lot. So the man, okay. So I'm kind of confused because I'm like, what damn? It's like 6 damn cones on this damn thing. What if I go to the wrong one? So I went to the right one. And, you know, I had to use blinkers. Make sure you use blinkers. Just So I use blinkers. I get to the cone. He tells me to park in the parking spot that's next to the cone. So that's what I do. Girl, child, we finally get to the good part, child. This man comes up to my instructor side window. He says he has passed. He said he has passed. Can I please have my radio back? You passed with all good. You done everything correctly. And girl, my face lit up. Bitch, I might have had that mask on, but my face surely lit up. My face surely lit up. It surely lit. Nobody could see it, but my face lit up. So after I'm all proud, child, why my face? Oh my god, my face looks so still. My face looks so still, child. Okay, but after I was always all proud and stuff like, can't say hit on the line, and let me get this one more time.
Again. A fucking again.
Anyways, so my instructor tells me, he looks at me, he says, congratulations. So mind y'all, this is the last time I'm about to see this man for, you know, like basically the rest of my damn life. So this is the last time I'm gonna see this man, you know, after him helping me, you know, fucking drive. So I'm like, you know, bye, everything, you know, thank you so much for everything you've done. Like, girl, like, this is such a memorable day, you know, this is the day you get your license. So, I mean, I'm proud, I'm happy. So he tells me, you know, bye, good riddance, da-da-da-da. So I'm happy as hell. My mother is inside, sitting down, waiting on me. Girl, I'm mad I had a mask on because I couldn't walk in smiling, child. I had to walk in with the smile under the mask, child. So, oh, I look like I got Botox. Can you say look him? Child, anyways, so I had walked in, I had a smile on under the mask, child, and I was so happy. And my mom was like, she looked at me, she was like, did you pass? I was like, yes, I had a smile, girl. She could see these damn cheeks through the mask. So I had passed, and you know, I was happy, she was happy, bitch. Like, we was so happy, like, cause I knew I was gonna pass, but I was scared. But right to the point, I was happy, she was happy, we was all happy. So mind you, I'm sitting in the DMV for another 30 minutes waiting for my name to be called so I can get my ID. I took my picture before I actually went out there to even do the road test. And the lady had also taken my permit before I went out to do the actual road test too. So mind you, my permit picture I took March 18, 2019, which was my birthday. Now girl, let me tell you something about that. That day I had just got out of school maybe an hour before, and I was at the DMV to get my permit. That was the day I turned 15. Let me tell you how good that picture looked. Girl, that picture ate any picture that has been printed out of me. I mean, when I say ate, it has ate. That picture chewed. It chewed. That picture ate everything up. And for that to be on my permit, girl, I was like, can I just like, you know, push this over to the driver's license? Push it over to the driver's license. Push it over to the driver's license.
Stop being a faggot.
But girl, I can't do that because I ain't got the hair no more. So since I had hair then and I don't have hair now, that's kind of a different way to identify me, child, I guess, whatever. So I had to take another picture. Mind you, I don't have a haircut because my barber possibly may have coronavirus, because one of my mama's friends with him and she got coronavirus 2 days later. So we don't know. So that's why I don't have a haircut. That's why we still have this on, and that's why I couldn't have a haircut today when I took my picture. You know, it was all cool. My mama told me to accidentally lose my driver's license so I can go in and take another picture when I have a haircut and look good. Period. Smart girly. Period. So I'm gonna just accidentally lose my driver's license and go in and get a replacement and take another picture and look better in that one. So basically this sums it up. I do have my license here. I do have my license now. I am legal girl. I'm a legal girl.
Getting weird.
So that just sums up my whole story of today and the process of getting my license over the last 7 months. So thank y'all for watching. If you're watching, I don't know if you are, but pay attention if you want. I don't know, don't care. Anyways, if you like this video, subscribe, like, and comment. Do whatever you feel. I don't know, whoever disliked my video, my last video, fuck ya. I don't care. I don't know you, bitch. You're irrelevant. Anyways, if you like it, then subscribe. You know, da 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 da. If you like me, then like me. If you don't like me, I don't care. I just wanna say God bless y'all during this tough pandemic. And God bless y'all. Love y'all, and thank you for supporting. Period.